live from my backyard in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Right over there is Memphis, Tennessee. It's so close I can throw a rock and hit it. It is the live reaction to episode 178, arguably the biggest main event in the history of our Memphis Wrestling TNA Digital Media Championship on the line as AJ Francis defended against former WWE superstar, the real one, Enzo, and it was off the charts. And I hope you guys are just as surprised and possibly as happy with the finish as I am. Once again, I am Dustin Starr. I'll give you guys just a second to get on in here. We will talk about today's episode. I'll answer any questions that you might have. We'll discuss the matches, whatever you guys want. Go ahead and put that in the comments. But while you're doing it and while you're filing in here, I want to remind you that coming up on Sunday, August the 4th, TNA Wrestling superstar Jonathan Gresham returns to Memphis Wrestling. And stay tuned because there could be some more announcement surrounding Jonathan Gresham and his return to Memphis Wrestling. What's up, Justin? How are you? Welcome to the live reaction. Oh, yeah, what a day it was. So I've just said that August 4th, Jonathan Gresham is returning to Memphis Wrestling. I would imagine that you're going to see a Memphis Wrestling seminar, a tryout and recruiting seminar of some kind with Jonathan Gresham. And then, of course, he'll be competing in action and be a part of our VIP experience. So Jonathan Gresham is confirmed August 4th, August 25th. The Sandman is coming to Memphis Wrestling, and it is going to be awesome. The lineup is absolutely off the charts. I believe we have August the 3rd. First of all, August 3rd is SummerSlam, so watch with us at Dave & Buster's. August 4th is our live television taping featuring Jonathan Gresham. And then we have August 8th out in Camden, Tennessee with the Benton County Fair. August 10th is a big fundraiser for St. Jude, Tommy Dreamer in a Pontotoc street fight against Psycho Simon, benefiting St. Jude. Who would have ever thought that's going down on August the 10th? August the 16th, we are going to be in Clarksburg, Tennessee, doing a big fundraiser with Clarksburg Volleyball. And then, of course, like I said, on August the 25th, Sandman is coming to Memphis Wrestling. But the day before that, on the 24th, we're back in Gleason, Tennessee for the Tater Town Throwdown. It's absolutely off the charts. All right, let me get all caught up here. First and foremost, Eddie Kane, man, with a big $5 donation. Says, hi, Dustin, do you think Memphis Wrestling will ever get a video game out on all gaming systems? Hey, it could totally happen. But I imagine it would be pretty hard because if GCW and even like TNA Wrestling doesn't have a video game, it'd be very, very hard. But never say never, Eddie Kane, man, because who would have thought that so many people would be watching Memphis Wrestling in the year 2024? So no is not an option here. I would say stay tuned because possibly at some time. Brandon Skies is here. Dustin is 31, too late to start wrestling. It's never too late to start wrestling. Actually, there's only one way to ensure that you'll never, ever make it in anything that you set out to do, and that's either not trying or giving up. So, Brandon, it is totally not too late for anything. Thomas, what's up? He says, yellow, Dustin. Hey, Steve. Justin, what's up? Aaron? Robert, Dustin, what did you think about Ospreay and MJF? I talked about this a little bit on the Grind City Wrestling podcast. You can check it out, grindcitymedia.com/podcast. Also, check it out on YouTube every single Friday it drops. I don't know if I'm a fan of taking up an entire hour for this, Ospreay and MJF, but also the same could be said on the reverse side because you do need the ratings. If the ratings are going down consistently, let's put on one of our best matches that we could possibly do and see if it brings the ratings up. And I think it did. So I thought it was cool. MJF, it looks like MJF might defend that international championship against Daniel Garcia at Wembley. That means that Will Ospreay is probably going to spin off and do something a lot more important. And what I mean important is maybe a world championship match or something like that. I know they just wrestled with Swerve, but anyways, I just think it frees Ospreay up to do something else. And I could be wrong. Justin Cook, can I get MKZ number? It is not for me to give out that number. You have got to ask her for the number yourself, but you better watch out. You might get a Bosplex. Steve says, what is the announcement? Oh, well, so Jonathan Gresham is coming on August 4th. The announcement is not ready just yet, but I would imagine that you're going to see a lot more from Jonathan Gresham and Memphis Wrestling moving forward, or at least I hope so. So we're working on something very, very cool, not only for our television show, but then also for our training center. Aaron, where can I get a replica Memphis title belt? Memphis Championship belts are custom made. So you could send us an email and get one made. I know that Eddie Kane made once one with a white strap. We're working on that. We accept PayPal, Cash App, whatever's more convenient. But yeah, we do custom order those. So they do take between 6 and 8 weeks to be made. And of course, those are all done on an individual basis. And then pricing will depend on strap colors, thickness of the title belt, and all those sort of details. But the replicas that we have are 2 millimeter championship belts. Very, very good. There's some that we've used on television before. Ben Vandenberg, what's up? How are you? Love that championship badge with the red strap. You too, Eddie Kane Main. Looking good. Eddie Kane Main said, if you're a real Memphis wrestling fan, please tap the like button. Thank you for that, Eddie Kane Main. Mackenzie is out for blood, Dustin. I don't know. I think Mackenzie Morgan was just happy to be back inside the WrestleCenter. You know, she is relatively still a rookie, only been doing this for a couple of years, and that's the first time that she really got rocked, especially by somebody the size of this I don't want to say a monster, but she laid Mackenzie Morgan out with one shot, rolled her in the ring, and that's our women's champion, and then crushed her. So Mackenzie Morgan out with a concussion, and those things are a little bit tricky, but I would imagine that we'd see her coming back here very, very soon. And Mackenzie Morgan might be out for blood, but meanwhile, she's got everybody nipping at her for the championship belt. I don't know what just happened, guys. That was crazy. Another one in the bag says AZ. Cosmic says, hey there, Dustin, what's up? Justin Cook says, can you tell her to answer me on Instagram, please? She will not answer me. Are you blowing her up? Ken Terminated, what's going on? It is good seeing MKZ back. Yeah, and I know you guys are saying Awesome Kong. I don't know if she looks like Awesome Kong on purpose or if it's just that she has very similar features as one of that of Awesome Kong. Keith says, any bets on Paul versus Perry fight? I think it's good to work, so Paul will win, right? Because they got to come back to the Tyson fight. Eddie Kane Main said MKZ looked a little woozy after her interview with you, Dustin. Did you see that? Yeah, I did notice that something was a little bit off, but I thought maybe she was just upset, potentially a little bit nervous. I mean, if you're not in front of that crowd for several weeks and then you finally step back in front of them, you know, it could be a little bit of like, whoa. And I will tell you, Ben, you're at the television taping, so you can attest to this. Sometimes you could be standing right there, and Ben, you sit right at the ring entrance, right? And it's hard to hear us talking at the desk, even with the microphone, because the fans are so loud and crazy. I absolutely love it. Autism Elite, what's going on, Chris? How are you? I guess I'll see you on October the 6th. Danhausen, or should I say Memphis Hausen. Anyway, I have a couple of more minutes here, guys. I have Redbirds Baseball that I'm hosting tonight. It's a huge night presented by FedEx. University of Memphis student athletes are going to be in the house. It's going to be a ton of fun, and then also the best fireworks show in the city. And then tomorrow's Prairie Farms Ice Cream Sunday, a daytime game at the ballpark. So I'll be hosting baseball all week, but don't worry, I'll be on here answering your questions and talking up some Memphis wrestling. We have some really great videos that are out there. If you missed today's episode, I highly recommend going and watching, especially the main event. AJ Francis defending the TNA Wrestling Digital Media Championship against Enzo, and I cannot believe the finish. If you would have asked me when we booked this, what that finish would be, I'm like shocked, and I hope you guys are too. When is the last time we saw a wrestling match end with a sleeper hold? Cook's here. He said, I heard there's a bear loose in your area. Yeah, I think Bear is probably still hibernated right now. He gets up a little bit late. Trolling the Trollas. Will Mike Anthony snap his losing streak? Well, by gosh, I sure hope so. Eddie Kane, man, got out the Danhausen or the Memphis Hausen. You guys can get those custom emojis and also those championship badges, just like Eddie Kane, man, and Ben Vanderberg, just like they have. You can join members only and get exclusive content. That is legit as it gets. Also, I've got an interview that I think will drop later on tonight with JD Rieger, talking about today's main event and how it was booked and how it came about and all that kind of stuff. Patrick says, can't wait to hear what you have in mind for Memphis Wrestling. It's coming up very soon. We're putting the finishing touches on it. It has nothing to do with United Wrestling Network or anything that they're doing. It has 100% to do with Memphis Wrestling, our training programs, and our television show. I teased it a little bit earlier too, Patrick. So, yeah, if you have any questions, just put them in there. Did MKZ lose her match? MKZ usually does not lose matches, Justin. Ben said, do you see AJ retain his title against PCO tonight? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you talk about digital media champions, AJ Francis is as hot as it gets right now. Whether you like him or you don't like him, literally everything he's doing is on fire. The whole Joe Hendry feud. I'm not saying he made Joe Hendry, but he definitely helped make Joe Hendry because that feud was awesome. The guy hosted the Citrus Bowl for crying out loud. He was backstage at WWE NXT. If you guys think for 1 second AJ Francis is not going back to the E at some point, you've lost your mind. He is as good as it gets and as professional as it gets. Arturo says, Dustin, happy Saturday. Back to you, Arturo. October 6th is Christopher's birthday. I can't wait to celebrate. Ken said, Dustin makes Memphis great again. Much better than Kirk Swiss, I'll tell you that. What about Roddy Piper match or a Johnny Weaver match? Don't understand the question, Ken Terminated, but I love me some Roddy Piper. I'll never forget I was at Hogan's Beach House when I heard that Piper had passed away. I'll never forget that. Have you ever seen a Sasquatch? I don't know. Big Aaron Roberts reminds me of a Sasquatch. Justin said, no, MKZ did not wrestle today. She's out, Justin. Did anyone see Hulk Hogan at the Republic Convention? Oh my gosh. When did you ever think in a million years that the Hulkster would be tearing his shirt off at a presidential, whatever you might call it, convention? Absolutely incredible. Are they trying to get our vote or what? They have the Hulkster, Linda McMahon, Kid Rock, and Dana White. Goodness gracious. Eddie K-Man says K-Swiss. It's Kirk Swiss, and he approves that message. Happy Hollywood Saturday, says Randolph. What's up, Randy? I owe you a text. I was doing the show when you were texting. Patrick says, I'm looking forward to seeing Jonathan Gresham. Hopefully you can book him against Tim Bosby in a Pure Rules match. Don't be disappointed if that doesn't happen. That's your idea, Patrick. Just stay tuned and enjoy what we're going to do. Having Jonathan Gresham here is a win in itself. Autism Elite. Also, we got something for you when we get to the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. All right. Well, I can't wait to see that, Christopher. You didn't have to give me anything. I appreciate it. Arturo says July 26th is Comic-Con in San Diego. All right. Very cool. Ken Terminated. Dustin, you said when you have seen a match. Oh, a sleeper hold. Okay, get it. Roddy Piper, Johnny Weaver. Okay. It's been a long time, Ken Terminated. The last time I saw a match legit end with a sleeper hold. Willie says Aaron Roberts looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. All right, guys. Let me break this down for you. Like him or not. Aaron Roberts is like 6'4", 420 pounds legit. And he is 23 years old and can drop kick you in the top of your freaking head if he wants to. The dude is agile, he is young, and he is hungry as hell. So stay tuned because I think we're going to have major problems out of Aaron Roberts, not only in Memphis Wrestling, but possibly on the bigger stage. Check it out. Octopus is coming back, that's right. Looks like McLick. Did I say that right? What happened to referee Will Gibson? Where is he at now? I think Will's retired. He's too old to be hanging out with the Memphis Wrestling boys. And I mean that with all due respect. Will's a really good friend of mine. But he'll tell you, brother, I'm tired. Kara, happy birthday. Ken Terminator said Aaron Roberts is a good athlete. Yes, he is. Cook says that sleeper like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I would love to book Brutus Beefcake. If you would like to see Brutus Beefcake in Memphis Wrestling, put a scissor emoji into the comments. Patrick says, true, I just want to see technical Bosby can get. Bosby was number one legit in the state of Tennessee. I would imagine that Jonathan Gresham and Tim Bosby rolling around would be the most interesting thing in the world, especially with the size advantage of Tim Bosby. Tim Bosby is, again, 6'4". He's over 220 pounds. And I know that Jonathan Gresham is a smaller guy in stature, but he would be able to use all the momentum and everything in his favor against the Boz. It'd be definitely a good match. Beefcake in Memphis. My birthday is October 22nd. Aaron Roberts should go to NXT. I would love it. Eddie K-Man says 23. He looks 33. Aaron Roberts needs to get rid of Justin Case. Well, you know, Justin Case is there. Just in case. There's some scissors. I like that. That's why I called the problem child. Oh, yeah. He's an extra large problem now. Arturo says you have Octopus Jonathan Gresham, former member of the Foundation, from Ring of Honor, former world champion Jonathan Gresham. Kara says you're going to start school. All right. Robert turns 58 in October. Lots of scissors in here. Brutus Beefcake needs to bring his butt to Memphis. Can't believe MJF is international champion. It is definitely. It's like John Cena winning the United States title, kind of. You know, I don't know if MJF elevates the championship quite like John Cena did, But I think MJF is a world champion material 100% of the time. Willie says Memphis Wrestling was Jackass, Jimmy Blaylock, and the Hollywood Bricks free today. I guess they were off today. Stay tuned for next week. Bo says no Justin Case slander in this live chat. You know, somebody said it in the live chat earlier that Justin Case is the top manager in Memphis Wrestling, and it's very hard to argue because Aaron Roberts was the internet champion. You know, Justin Case was there when the Roberts family legacy won the trios titles. I mean, Justin Case has been near perfect, to be quite honest with you. Whether you like him or not, I'm so excited for wrestling, says Kara. Jamie Davis in the house. What's up, King? The King is here. All hail. Ken terminated Hogan and Beefcake to Memphis. Just kidding. Well, Hogan, I think we looked it up. Hogan needed a private jet. I can't remember how many hundreds of thousands of dollars it was or whatever. Gianna Forever says you're great on the mic. Well, thank you. The gift of gab, I guess. A talking head. Cosmic Joe, what's up? Ricochet is free. Would you book him? Yes, I would. I think we definitely need a bigger boat. Man, the WrestleCenter, I don't know if he could fit the budget in there. We could sell it out 3 times and probably not afford him. Coach Pillar's in the house. What's up, Coach? Can't wait to see you coming up on Memphis Wrestling. Now we're inching closer and closer to August the 10th. Pontotoc Street Fight, Tommy Dreamer, Psycho Simon. Tickets are on sale right now. And then also there was a really good point made in the live chat. Even if you guys are not local and can't go to the event, these tickets are being donated to St. Jude. I mean, tickets are as low as $10. So if you guys want to take part in our fundraiser for St. Jude, go to memphiswrestling.tv, click that, grab you a couple tickets. If you want to send us a message and let us know that you got those tickets to donate, we'll make sure that somebody is sitting in that seat for you. Shoot, we'll take a picture and send it to you. It's coming up. Tickets are on sale. Can't wait. Patrick Moore, what do you think of TNA and NXT working together? I personally want some WWE main roster included too. I don't know that I would include some of the WWE main roster, but it would definitely help TNA. And I think TNA is helping NXT, and NXT is helping TNA. I think it's absolutely freaking awesome. And this takes a lot of you got to swallow your pride a little bit if you're TNA wrestling for the right business, which means that you are somewhat becoming a developmental for WWE developmental. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, with a Joe Hendry jumping over to NXT or Jordan Grace jumping over to NXT and then eventually going up to the main roster. That's big money for those talent. I cannot wait to see what happens. But I don't know that we'll see a main roster. You know, I think AJ Styles would be perfect. But we'll see what happens. I like it, Patrick. Ben says the Maharaja is free to compete as soon as his non-compete clause ended because he was in GCW. I've already talked to my buddy, Jinder Mahal, and like I say, we'll need a bigger boat for that. See you very soon, Dustin, by the way, and make sure you get the tables. Oh, yeah. All right, Christopher, we'll see you soon. Oompa Avil Lover says, Brother Bruce is the best. I agree. Dustin's hair is made of hard concrete. That's his new hairstyle. Arturo Dustin's a king of hairspray. Okay, lots of hairspray here. Psycho Simon put it in his place. Tell Memphis locker room to take shelter. A storm's coming. Hurricane Big John Dalton. There's Buddy Jones up in the house, and I love that championship badge. I appreciate that, Buddy Jones. Fans are calling it NXTNA in a weird way. I like that. October's Halloween month. Can't wait. Keith Simon's going to cheat, and Dreamer's going to job again. Man, I hope so. Don't tell anybody I said that. Psycho Simon versus Psycho Sid. Don't think I've been on the phone with Psycho Sid, guys. Brother Bruce. Woo! Moose versus Trick Williams. The TNA NXT crossover match. Like to see. All right, good stuff in here, guys. Book Kojima. Can you afford him? It's not a matter of affording somebody. It's a matter of them giving a return on the investment. There will be tables, trash cans, and cigarette canes in Pontotoc. Oh, my gosh. All at a St. Jude fundraiser. What about Moose versus Gunther? I'm Gunther all the way. When we see Too Cool 2 and Lance in action. Oh, I'd love to see that, man, for real. I think that I see Lance at every single TV taping. The kid looks bigger and bigger. It's like the puppy dog that has the huge paws. This kid's going to be something special someday, especially if he just keeps working hard and keeps working with his pops. Oh, Tim Grind. Psycho Simon needs extensive therapy. Jamie Davis says, I need some action figures trading with Matt Cardona. Yeah, well, here's a quick story. Is last year I sent Matt Cardona every single date for the whole year that we had because we know those dates ahead of time at the beginning of the year. Actually, at the end of the year, we set all the dates for the next year, so that way it's for insurance purposes, yada, yada, yada. Matt Cardona was booked on every single date that we were running. So I tried, and I'm going to keep trying. Gunther says all the way as well, Dustin. Yep, Gunther all the way. Isn't Psycho Simon still banned in Memphis? Well, he was, but you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you leave the guy outside and don't let him in, he beats everybody up on the way in. If you let him in, he can attack the fans. So I don't know. You guys tell me what to do. What was your most favorite wrestling moment? One of my most favorite wrestling moments, I think, standing inside the squared circle, Justin Roberts in the ring next to me, FedEx Forum, looking out at the audience, and there were Dustin Starr signs in the audience as I was wrestling for WWE. It was pretty cool. And I feel like I've done a lot of really fun stuff, from being signed to WWE, working for the Grizzlies, working for the Hustle, the Redbirds, lots of really cool stuff. Was at WrestleMania, but I think that moment of standing in the ring and looking out and seeing all my Memphians with Dustin Starr signs was really, really cool. And that would be different if you asked me on a different day. Have you ever ate imperial crab? I don't think so. I've had some king crab. He was a popular free agent. Macho Man hugging Miss Elizabeth again at WrestleMania 7. Favorite seafood to eat? Ooh, favorite seafood. I mean, it would have to be king crab, just because it's such a specialty, you know? But anyways, guys, I am going to get off here. I'm going to go get ready for baseball. My toughest opponent. Oh, Big Papa Pump, probably. Just because I almost got in a shoot fight with him. Trust me, you don't want no part of Dustin Starr. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Anyways, I am Dustin Starr, and here comes my little buddy here. You want to say hello? Reese the Beast. Say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect day out here. Can't wait until next week's episode. The Rumble's getting closer and closer, says Coach Pillar. We're honoring Ansley in a special way. I can't wait. Patrick says, can you book any match? What would you book? Oh, man, you put me on the spot with that one. Anyone to Blood and Guts on Wednesday? I don't know. I kind of want to go, Jamie. Reese the Beast in the house. All right, you want to wave bye-bye? All right, everybody. I am Dustin Starr. He is Reese the Beast, and this was the live reaction. Hope to see you guys coming up at a live Memphis wrestling show very, very soon. I am Dustin Starr, and he is, what's your name? Reese the Beast. Saying so long, everybody. Say bye, Miss Destiny. Bye, King. See you later, Robert. Stay away from the Bears. I will. Boy's getting bigger by the day. I know. Can't wait for my little girl to get here. She's coming. All right, guys. I am Dustin. He's Reese the Beast. So long, everybody.